I knew this hat was going to come in handy again one day. Let me put my mic down. Hey, Daddy. Hey, y'all. Welcome to my channel. Hi, I am Shar, and I'm your recap auntie. Hey. Ooh, yes, that was a good episode. I'm a day after. Don't judge me. That was a good episode, wasn't it, y'all? A lot of things I can relate to on a personal level. But I ain't gonna tell you which one it is. If you know, you know. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I am Shar, and we are doing a recap of Beyond the Gates. The only and the well, it's the only all black cast for of soap operas, because my mom used to be a soap operas fan. I used to be one. I used to love All My Children, Ryan's Hope, One Life to Live, General Hospital, Loving, all of those ABCs. All of those ABCs. I was at one point looking at Days of Our Lives too, when it was doing like the priest and the devil. That was really good. I really liked that for a little bit. But thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Y'all are doing it. Keep sharing, y'all. I'm telling you, Auntie gonna be on there. If nothing else, that hat gonna get me. That hat. I told you I got a plethora collection of hats. I can't show y'all because if I do, I might kill you. But I ain't mean that, YouTube. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But yeah, I have a collection of hats. So when we're at the gala, oh, I'm gonna gala up, honey. Watch. Thank you for coming. Today is a recap of episode number 9. So remember, I break people down according to their storyline. I don't go, like I said, no double dutch in here. Y'all, if y'all remember double dutch, ropes be turning and you trying to figure out whether you're gonna go in or out. But once you in that Hannah, you be crisscrossing, you be jumping up and down. I used to love to jump double dutch when I was little. I'll be 54 this year, y'all. Anyway, okay, let's get started. Don't forget, this is the Moo review for the recap of Beyond the Gates, and I have my notebook right here. I give my own little special sauce to how I hear things and see things on the show. So there will be some colorful language. If you don't like colorful language, cover your ears. Because again, my mom and daddy are gone. They up there. And matter of fact, they would love it if they knew I was talking like this, especially my mama. So don't be coming up here telling me how to do my channel. Okay? All right. All right. We open with Danny with a big old cheese on smile on her face, wearing a cowboy hat and doing two pow pows like her fingers. So I thought she was reminiscing her older days when she was a model. No, this was current day, baby. That's somebody who created a fan page for her because I did not tell y'all. Listen, pause. Y'all need to listen to Auntie. I told y'all, I said this, well, I call it a bad bitch, but she called it a badass. But I told y'all this whole uh video was going to make her popular and make her, because she's already viral, had over 3 million views, and people going to fall in love with her because she's fine, she's sexy. She didn't have she didn't have no problems at all. No problems at all. Being on camera, and but she didn't know the camera was there. But I think that she would act that way no matter what. I think they might create a reality show on her too. I think this is going to revamp her career. I would assume that Danny's in her 40s or so. So I think this is going to revamp her career, and she's going to be reality TV. She's going to be the new queen of reality in Fairmont Crest. I promise you. That's what I see, and I see stuff. I do. So let's keep going. So she tells someone on the phone that she needs them to come to her place right away. So I thought it was Andre, honey. It wasn't Andre, but Andre is there. He just happens to be at her apartment. And he tells her that she was amazing last night. And he was stalking at her door because she had just hung up with somebody. I thought it was him, but I was like, Andre, you ain't got nothing to do. Where you live? We ain't never seen your apartment. We be seeing you at the club, then we see you at Danny's house, then we see you at the country club, then we see you at the where you live, son. That was weird. Telling her how good her cat was last night. He was telling her that. I was like, that's strange. That's real strange, Dre. Dre, that's strange. So Andre tells her that he came by to pick up his things, and she tells him that he should have called first, baby. They in the wash. I'm washing your stuff. I was like, oh, Daddy washed his stanky drawers. I was like, go ahead, Daddy. You see, Daddy's my girl. She's my girl, as the community say. She's my girl. So he says, that's a shame. They won't smell like you. I said, oh, see, that's something my man would tell me. I'm telling you, my man would tell me that. And he reaches down to kiss her. She's like, whoa. She says, let me be clear, Andre. We just shared a wonderful evening and I can it can never happen again. He said, you mean again? She says, no kind of again, okay? He said, okay, I got it. Never again. All right. And he saw her cowgirl picture and he said, that looks nice. Because, he's a photographer, so he knows. And she said, that earned me a fan page on Facebook for being a total badass. I said, bad bitch, badass, same difference. And so I told y'all, Auntie be knowing. I be knowing. People need a revamp like I had to do for my channel. Y'all don't even know how many times I had to revamp this thing. And they said consistency is key. Man, whether you do it every day or you have to skip a day, you gotta be locked in. So I get it. And you have to revamp and be grown and be yourself. That's what I'm doing. I'm me. So I think she loves the attention. She spent so many years being the perfect lady on Bill's arm, and the new image suits her very well. The new her well, and I believe it. I mean, like she was saying in the other episode, she's got to learn how to be a really, proper Dupree woman. No, that's not her thing. She ain't never been like that. She's never been a proper Dupree woman. So they have a moment. And, she said some things about Bill and Faley. She calls Haley Faley, I guess fake Haley. And she said that makes her cold and heartless. He said, that's the last thing I could ever call you, baby. It's cold. He reached around her and kissed her neck. Don't be kissing no black woman on her neck. Because y'all going to be back in the bedroom again. Don't do that. So she tells him, look, boo, you got to go. My daughter's coming by. He said, thank you for explaining that to me. So he said that because if she didn't look forward to seeing him again or didn't really care about seeing him, she wouldn't have had given him the explanation that somebody was coming over. She would have just said bye. She didn't have to give an explanation for somebody that she don't give a fuck about, which I get it. If you don't care, like bye. But if you care and you really like them, like, well, baby, my daughter's coming over. She didn't have to take the time to do that. So I understand that, Trey. So he says, later, Danny, which means that he will be back. When you tell somebody later, that means I'm gonna see you again. She says, goodbye, Andre. He was like, "You're right." So he leaves and said he got a sexy ass walk. He's sexy too. I don't talk about Dre much, but yeah, but y'all know who I like. Yeah. Okay. So Chelsea rushes in like, "Oh my mom, Mom, I got your message. What happened?" So Danny tells Chelsea shows her new fan page, and she loves it. She said, "And it's not creepy that somebody, Mommy, that's creepy that somebody created your fan page because of what you did." She said, "No, that's not creepy at all." She tells her that she's moving forward with the amazing plan that the world was waiting for them. She said the world hasn't even seen the talents that you have, Chelsea, and that you're capable of doing, and we're going to work together. So I think she's going to use Chelsea's platform or ask Chelsea to help her create her platform so she could make money and so she could be that recognizable image. I think that's what it was. She thought, you see, back then, modeling was the recognizable image, but now viral is it. You don't have to model in order for you to be popular. So she's going to get it. She's going to get it. So Danny is dancing and free and we'll come back to that part, the very end. So we see Haley comes in and asking Bill, is he home? And her jacket was cute though. It was real like French. I love French. I love a good blinged out, and I love animal print. So all that was cute. Everything was cute on her today. Everything, even her. They gonna definitely put a damn pleather pant on sis. But the part I really dug was the feathers. I'm a feather mama. So the whole outfit was cute. I think that they need to do something better with her hair though. I don't like her wigs. They make her look they make her, if her and Naomi are the same age, her wigs make her look older. And I don't know if they're trying to come up. If she had like a cute little bob, she will rock that because she's petite. But I think they want to make her appear taller because of her petite nature. So I get it, but I don't like how they just really don't do her wigs that well. Her wedding, great, but on a daily basis, nah. Though so they love dressing her in them pants, but she wears them really nice. He comes in, tells her that she is absolutely beautiful. She's happy to call this house her home. She tells him that she wants to have a party. I'm like, girl, didn't y'all just have a party with AKA a wedding? You don't need no damn party. Okay. They have to show it off, show off their house, but no one would come because they wouldn't dare to come. Because everybody in town support the Duprees. Of course they do. We already told you that. Remember? He says that that damn Danny has danced through life because of her last name, and now after firing a gun at our wedding, she gets off barely with a slap on the wrist. Haley says that Danny has done her absolute worst, and that is good news, honey. And she thinks that there is nothing more that she or her family can do to hurt them. They agree, but he still looks upset and kind of worried. I think he's obsessed with them. I think he wants to be the he wants the Hamiltons to outdo the Duprees. Baby, it's only two of y'all. It's only two Hamiltons. It's 50 Duprees. That's not gonna happen. I don't know. It's something there. It's something there. So Haley later on, Haley is on the phone with Caroline talking about the party and about this new case also that she's been working on because she's Bill's paralegal there. They both are paralegals. And Bill walks in and he puts this big old box on the table. It's like a gift. So she likes it, talks about the case a little bit more, and Bill overhears her and she's like, "Oh, honey, I just love this case. Me and Caroline is just talking about it." He was like, "Well, since you're my wife, you know, we rich, you can quit your job." She was like, "What? You want me to quit? Why?" I mean, see, and that's what he did with Danny. She had aspirations and dreams and things, right? And he sweet talked her so much to the point where she let everything go to stay home for him. I think that the reason why he does that is because he's doing a lot of shitty shit at the office, and he doesn't need his wife there all in his shit. He don't want them to go through no damn files. He don't want them to find no stuff. So keep them at the home, keep them occupied, pumping them up with kids, and I'll handle things at the office. I think that's why. So how he did Danny, he's doing the same thing to Haley, and I hope that thing opens up her eyes and wake up. So he wants her to leave her career behind and stay home while he works. Haley says Caroline and the staff are her only friends that she have in this town, and she will be missing seeing him in the office. Will you be missing seeing me in the office every day? And he says, "Believe me, baby, if I could spend every minute of the days in your arms, I would be a happy man just thinking of you." Whatever. He tells her that she needs to be more independent, which working is independence. What does that mean? She says quitting my job is not making me more independent. Now she does have a little attitude on her. I like that she don't really buck against Bill much, but I think he's figured out that all he got to do is give her a gift and she cool. So then he says maybe a little more pampered is what you need, and he hands her the gift. So she just says, "Just because I'm taking this gift don't mean that I'm quitting my job." So she said it's in a very legal way, but that's what she said. She said some type of long legal way of saying what I just said, but she ain't quitting her job. So he said, "Duly noted." So he gives her the gift and she opens it up. She's like, "A credit card?" She says, "Yes, darling, this is a credit card. It has no limit." I say, "Run me that, Bill." You fine and everything. I don't like you, but run me that. So he says, that is being independent. That's like, whatever, whatever. So Haley sees this huge dangle earrings. So she holds up the car because she's trying to figure out what she wants: some shoes, she wants a trip, she wants this, that. So she sees these beautiful, huge dangle diamond earrings from by Decadent Jewelers. Y'all better come up with these names. So she's about to order with the card, and then she goes to Facebook. I guess she accidentally hits Facebook, honey, and she sees Danny Pitt new fan page picture. Yeah, I thought it was cute. So she was looking through it through her iPad, and she throws the iPad on the couch, and she pouch. Yeah, girl. So I remember that Danny earlier when Danny was talking about her to Chelsea, she called her a child bride, and she is right. She did act really childish. Hmm. So she gets on a alert on her front phone at the front door is Danny, and Danny says, "Oh, now this I did a lot of typing. I was wondering why the episode was an hour and 1 minute long. I was like, why is it so long today?" Now I see. So bear with me, y'all. So Danny says, "Don't worry, I'm unarmed." Haley says, "You don't have to be carrying you don't have to be carrying anything to be dangerous, Danny." That should be her hashtag dangerous Danny. So Danny says, "And you let me come in." And Haley says, "Better that you say it in here than say it out there on the doorstep." So Danny says, "This is nice. This you looking at the apartment. This is the house. I'm sorry. This is nice. Bill got Glorietta interiors to decorate, right?" She's like, um, Haley's like, "I'm sure you didn't come all the way over here to judge my living room." Then Danny was like, nervous Haley. Haley's like, "If you do anything, Bill is up right upstairs." So Danny's like, "Daddy, daddy to the rescue." You were thought as of a daughter at one point, so she is not there for Bill. She tells Haley that she was talking with Chelsea, and if she's going to step into her future, that she has to slam the door on her past. I just spit, so y'all excuse me. Again, Danny told Chelsea, and she tells Haley that if I'm going to step into my future, then she has to slam the door on her past. So I'm here for the long overdue conversation, woman to woman. She said, "But I'll settle for you." I was like, "Go ahead, Danny." She said, "I will not let you abuse me in my home." That's what Haley says. "Oh, look at you putting demands on me after abusing my trust in my home." That's what Danny says. And Haley wants to say something. "Look, we have already talked about." Danny said, "Hush. No, heifer, not even close. It would have been one thing if you were some girl that I never met, but we knew you, Haley. You had my phone number in your phone and never hesitated to use it. I gotta give you your props though. You never led on. You were sleeping with my husband, and there wasn't even a life in your arched eyebrow. No, I'm sorry, I put life. There wasn't a lift and your arch eyebrow added arch, um, to signal that things had changed and you could have distanced yourself from me and stopped making yourself comfortable in my living room. But you, no, you never let your mask drop. You lied and kept lying with every hug and every fucking smile. Smile. Kelly said, "I never meant to." Uh, Danny was like, "Nobody cares." But in my head, she says, "Nobody fucking cares what you meant. What matters is what you did. What you did to me. What you did to my daughter. That was bad. Naomi, there is no measure deep of that type of betrayal. Do you have any idea how guilty she feels for for befriending you only to have you turn around and become her stepmammy? Are you ashamed yet, Haley? Because you should be." Commercial break. Daddy was like, Haley don't look guilty enough for me. Her guilt is all right, but it just don't look guilty enough. So they come back. Haley says, "Why do you think I asked Bill to back off you, huh?" Like she was doing Danny a favor. "I'm not proud of what I did. The thought of hurting you and Naomi really cuts me deep inside while you got Bill inside of you. Whatever." Danny says, "Spare me the crocodile tears, bitch. You had your eye set on becoming Mrs. Bill Hamilton, and you didn't care that the position was already taken." And he says, "Look, I'm sorry, Danny. I said it before, and I hope you can hear it this time." Danny was like, "Oh, I heard you. You will be sorrier." Danny, she cut them tears off, said, "Oh, are you threatening me?" She says, "No, I'm informing you. The fairy tale never tells you how Prince Charming can become a real son of a bitch once that ring goes on your finger. I've wasted my time on you and Bill, so I will keep my distance. And I suggested you do the same. That is my best offer. Take it. Deuces." And she walks out like, "Go ahead. Go ahead, Danny." Haley is like, "Oh, oh, oh." Bill comes down. "Was that the dreadful voice of Haley's, Danny's voice that I heard?" He said, "You should have called me to tell me to come." Girl, you would if you heard her, you would have came down there if you heard her voice. So Haley tells Bill that she believes that Danny was there to offer her olive branch and that she needed to get some things off her chest so she could move on. Of course, Bill don't believe her. He thinks that her story that was her story for today, but tomorrow is gonna be something else. He tells her not to trust Danny. Haley believes that maybe if they can accept Danny's peace, that they can get the respect that they need in that town, like she's always wanted. We finally see Bill and Haley do the do because all she needed was one day. Remember, she said, "Give me some space. I'm nervous. She's in my head." Blah blah blah. They kiss. And then So Bill, after we don't see Haley anymore, he's sitting there, reminiscing and out in the afterglow. And his mind just goes back to Danny. Like, you just fucked your wife. All of the things that she did. And he's like, took, picked up the phone. I need a favor. And these black men need favors in this show. Y'all need to give favors, not ask. Okay, so we see Martin and Smitty, which was a very interesting. It wasn't a lot, but it was interesting. Smitty comes home and Martin is looking through his phone on the couch, and Smitty just dropped off the kids at the school and going through their list of calendar things for the school. So Martin says everything is on the calendar except for what matters. So Smitty looks at him like, "What the fuck you talking about?" So I guess Martin was mad at Smitty last night because he gave him the silent treatment instead of some yummy treatment. So Martin is still acting all stank with Smitty, talking about he got to work out. He got to do work, and Smitty was like, "Hey, hold up. I mean, I need you to use your words. Tell me, why did you storm off this morning without telling me bye, boo? And why didn't you answer my text messages?" So Martin says, "I didn't think that I was accountable to you for every action." I'm like, I pressed pause. I was like, "That's your hubby. Yes, you are accountable. It might not be for every action, but you at least got to answer the man's text messages. Damn." And Smitty said the same thing. Sir, it's in the fine print of our marriage license, Mr. Congressman, sir. We are accountable and considerate of each other. So Martin says, "You considerate of me? Really?" When somebody says that, they mad. Smitty was like, "What is wrong with you?" So Martin tells him that he heard the conversation that he had with his mama, Nicole, about him wanting to go back to be an investigative reporter. He said that if you're accountable to me, if you consider me, why didn't you tell me, boo? And then Smitty is looking guilty. So Martin comes back in, asks him if he was working on his resume. He's like, "No, honey, I'm working on some shit you told me to work on, honey." So Martin thinks that Smitty is giving him time to cool down. He thanks him for doing that. And he finally tells him that he hates the idea of him working. "You ain't doing it. Case closed." So Smitty said Martin is being selfish and he is not going to put his life on hold to avoid upsetting him. Excuse me, y'all. This is the morning time. Got all this morning stuff. Yes, I am not going to put my life on hold just so that I can avoid upsetting you. That was a line. That was a line. So Smitty comes back and Martin apologizes for being uncaring and insensitive. Their family optics is what works best for their game plans because remember Martin wants to run for president. So Martin is selfish, he has goals and needs, and that's for Smitty to stay home. And Smitty says those are not his goals anymore. Martin tells Smitty that he will stick to the role that you promised me and let this job idea go. And Smitty says that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. So okay, we go to Nicole and Ashley. We see Ashley and come in with and then they give her all these gifts because of her delivering the baby. So boss nurse Shanice grabbed her and said, "Girl, you a rock star." Everybody gave her all this stuff. She was sending messages to everybody thanking them for the gift. Derek shows up with a dozen of flowers. He should have said did roses. Derek, now you ain't coming off like a winner now, baby. You need to step it up. You always wearing just a regular jacket. Come on now. You got something I don't know what it is, but my neighbor girl. Anyways, she thanked everyone for their text messages. Denise walks in and tells her, "Girl, I need for you. Can you do another shift? Because I need you." So Derek was ready to spend some time with her, but clearly that one didn't happen. So Ted and Cat tells fine ass Ted that he is not wearing that tired ass blue suit. Hence why I'm wearing my blue moo today. I did the cat for Danny and I did the caftan for Ted. See, I plan shit like this. Okay. So Ted loves cream colors because that's all he wear, you know. So she was telling him, Kat was like, Daddy, you are not wearing that tired ass blue suit at Mama's gala. He would look. He's. I said he would look good no matter what. So he tells her that I look fine in that suit. I'm like, yes, you would, Ted. Yes, you would. Kat says that you'll look old in that suit. So we see Eva approaching with her nosy ass the office, and if they don't stop blowing, the door is slightly open as she is, as per usual, listening to grown folks' conversation. The child has no life, I said. They are going back and forth about the suit. Kat tells him that you only like it because mom told you that you really look fine. And he does. And he says, Kat, wait a minute. The women in my life have been lying to me? I said, no, Ted. Not me, boo. I would never lie to you. I promise. I would never lie. Kat says, only because we love you. And she is right, we do. We do. So she tells him to wear that black suit and make your ladies proud. I'm sure he would look good in black, baby. I can see it now. Come on, Gala. So he tells Kat, what would I do without you? So they give a lovely hug. She said, you'll be sad, lonely, badly dressed old man. He ain't old. So she says that he is so lucky to have them, and they do this lovely daddy-daughter hug. So Eva, with her messy ass, interrupts a hug and telling them she's sorry, but Nicole left a file at the office, so she came back to get it. And he asks if Kat, Eva met, and Kat is like, yes, honey, we practically BFF. Yeah, we met. And Ted asks Eva, so what can we do to make things a lot easier here for you while you're working for Nicole? Eva thanks him and says that she's good. Working for Nicole is fun and an exciting kind of place. So Kat says, I'm sure it is. I mean, this is your first real job that you ever had, right? I checked your social media and all I could find is that you doing your friend's hair. Eva's like, bitch, those were clients, not friends. On a salon suite that you maybe worked for a little bit, there's nothing? I mean, you can't show nothing? Why? So Kat wants to know, what did Eva do before Nicole hired her? Eva tells Ted that it's okay. No, I think Ted interrupted, like, stop it, girl. Eva said, it's okay, Ted. Kat don't know me and she's curious, and I don't blame her. She's done a few side gigs, and she, did hair to help her surrogate mom pay the bills. It's been touch and goes, and since her husband died. So Nicole says that she thinks that. So Nicole comes in, hears her conversation with Ted and Chelsea, and she said, "You know what, Eva? I think that's very admirable, and why my daughter is interrogating my assistants, I will never know." So Kat is like, I'm just asking questions that you didn't ask about her background experience, Mom." So Nicole is like, I can handle my new employees. Thank you very much. So Kat says, I'm just here trying to help. So we see Eva with a really sneaky grin on her face and like, bitch, got him. So Kat is like, whatever. I've got some bad news. I won't be at your award ceremony. Ted says, you have to be there. This is, your mother's greatest hour. So she says she has some last minute business thing that she has to do out of town and she can't be there because she was looking at Eva, ear jockey. So she says, I think her and Chelsea, I think that they're going to launch that bag. Remember at the first episode, we saw them talking, and I think that they're about to go overseas or somewhere to talk about this whole new shift in Chelsea's career. So before she walks out, she tells Nicole that she's convinced. She convinced Daddy to ditch the blue suit, and later on, Eva goes back to Nicole's office and she pulls up the video that Andre did with Nicole and Ted in the park. Remember, we love each other, we're perfect, we met at the company, and all of that. So Kat walks in and call her again and says, "Oh my God, this is going to be a habit of catching your ass in my mama's shit." Okay, Jacob and Naomi. That was real quick. She shows up to give him some coffee. She can feel that something is wrong. He's still mad that he didn't stop Danny at the wedding, blah blah blah. So we see Naomi, Jacob, Derek, and Ashley have a drink at our favorite pub. Y'all know what that's about. Naomi notices Chelsea on the other side of the club talking to some dude, but she didn't really bother her. She said that this guy was probably one of her adoring fans, and she's not interested. I was like, there's some stuff in there, some context clues. Before I saw the end, there was some context clues that I caught. They was dropping and I caught them. But then she saw Chelsea reach out and touch the guy. She said, "Oh no, never mind. Oh my God, she might be interested." She said she looked it like she was proud and she looked like she was relieved. I was like, they talk about that baby's elevator story again, and uh yeah, they remember, and then we the guy that Chelsea was seeing in the corner was the guy that she met the other night. Remember, she said that I'll meet you later, cuz, and then she saw the guy at the end of the bar. She left. That's the same guy. So they talk about the elevator story. And Andre comes up to the table, shares his bits of the story, baby elevator story. That was it. I mean, that's their scene. So the guy is telling her, how the guy is telling Chelsea, filling her up with all this flattery and compliments and stuff. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So you ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready to go. So, honey, I knew something was going on. I knew it. They come outside the club and they show a close up of the guy and Chelsea. So he looks at another person coming. Hey, honey, this is Chelsea. This is the lady I was talking about. So he's married. So the wife comes up and kisses the man, and the girl looks at Chelsea, and Chelsea tells the girls like, "I have been dying to meet you." And they kiss the two women, and then they leave. Y'all know which I know a little bit about this. Anyway, because I don't know who's watching. The people who probably know about this with me. And I think that's it. Oh, I never talked about Danny, Andre. Andre ain't got no place. So after he left the um the pub, he comes over to Danny. Danny's at the house just dancing, honey, just having a good time. And she's finally peaceful, having a good time in her freedom, knowing that this whole fan club thing has really, given her a new lease on life, given her an excitement that she didn't have before. And so we see Audrey again at the damn window. I think she texted him this time because I was like, y'all making him look real stalkerish. So he comes in there, they kiss, they undress, clothes are all over the place, and they do what they do best. I like the transition. They showed all these clothes on the floor, and they happen to go to the next scene with Bill sitting there drinking some wine or whatever, reminiscing, like I said, the afterglow earlier, and then making a phone call, just thinking about all the bad things that Danny did at his wedding, making a phone call, said, I need a favor. And that was the end. But I had a feeling that I knew that Chelsea was a lesbian. I felt that she was a lesbian. I really did. I felt that because they didn't really show her talking to no dude. Um, I don't know. I just felt that she was a lesbian. I know it's a lesbian, but I say lesbian like I see attention. I have my certain ways of saying I say certain things, but I had a feeling, and I have a story. I mean, I'm not gonna share it because again, I don't know who's watching. Since my videos are getting a little traction, I have a feeling that one of the people who watch it knows my story and was there. Anyway, although I blocked your ass. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking my stuff. Y'all just say talking down there, but maybe people are just looking and not talking. That's fine. A view is a view, baby. But if you want to talk, tell me what's going on. I know a lot of y'all work, so you don't have a chance to see it during the day, but again, I record it, so if I don't have a chance to really watch it, I can watch it, take my notes, and then record my video the next morning, which I'm doing right now. So I just missed a call from my daughter, so I need to call her back and give my good mornings and my salutations. But in the meantime, in between time, did y'all like my little cowboy girl hat? I knew I was gonna need it at some point, because the thing about it was that I was just looking at that cowboy hat like a couple of days ago. I was like, man, I'm not going to Cowboy Carter because they're $1 million a ticket. But I'm like, when am I gonna need this again? Girl, your auntie be knowing nothing. She be knowing. Uh-oh. It's 7:30. Let me go on and get ready for work. Thank y'all. I love y'all. And come back for the next one, which is Friday's episode. And I will have that up today because I ain't got no rehearsals tonight. So I will be up and I'll be back. Y'all be good. Be bad or be good at being bad. But whatever you do, baby, just be you. Bye.